Being around certain individuals can often feel like stepping into an endless competition. Every conversation with them turns into an opportunity for self-promotion. They speak of their newly renovated homes, exclusive invitations to high-profile events, or the extravagant vacations they are planning. Their words seem calculated, as if designed to highlight their latest achievements. Whether it is a hefty bonus from work, a luxury purchase, or an enviable social outing. While such displays may initially seem harmless or even inspiring, the constant barrage becomes tiresome, especially when you realize their true motive: to overshadow you. No matter how genuinely kind or supportive you try to be, their intent remains clear. They aim not to connect with you on an equal plane but to compete, striving to match or even surpass your energy. Their focus is never on fostering mutual respect or shared joy. Instead, it is on asserting their accomplishments as a means to measure up or to make themselves appear superior. What makes this dynamic particularly frustrating is their lack of interest in your own successes. When you share a milestone or something that brings you pride, they either dismiss it entirely, redirect the conversation to themselves, or feign disinterest. It is as if your achievements threaten their fragile sense of self-worth, compelling them to monopolize the spotlight. This behavior is not merely boastfulness. It is a subtle and persistent form of competition. These individuals refuse to acknowledge your value openly, instead trying to redirect attention to their own stories of success. By doing so, they attempt to diminish your light to preserve their own. Their insecurity becomes glaringly evident, manifesting as a relentless need to be seen as equally, if not more, accomplished. An even more disheartening behavior emerges when people begin to underestimate your abilities or downplay your achievements. Imagine sharing a professional triumph or a personal milestone, only to hear comments that undermine your effort. They might attribute your success to luck, dismiss it as something anyone could have done, or casually shift the focus to their own exploits. This tendency to downplay your accomplishments reveals a deeper, unspoken competitiveness. It reflects their discomfort in acknowledging your capabilities, as doing so would mean facing their own insecurities. Take, for example, the biblical story of David and Goliath. David, a young shepherd, was doubted by everyone, including King Saul and his own brothers. They dismissed his courage and capabilities, seeing him as unworthy to face a giant warrior. Yet, with unwavering faith and undeniable skill, David triumphed, proving that being underestimated often says more about the doubters than the doubted. This tale underscores a vital truth. Others' efforts to belittle you stem from their inability to see past their own limitations. When confronted with such attitudes, it is crucial to hold your ground. Your achievements are a testament to your perseverance, talent, and hard work. No amount of downplaying can erase their significance. Remember, these behaviors are less about your shortcomings and more about the insecurities of others. And then, there are those who go beyond subtle undermining. They betray, manipulate, and distort the truth, driven by jealousy and fear of your potential. They conspire, fabricate lies, and spread rumors to tarnish your reputation, seeking to isolate you and make you doubt yourself. These actions reveal more about their character than yours. Their attempts to tear you down expose their inner turmoil, jealousy, and fear. They cannot stand your resilience, your light, and the confidence you exude effortlessly. But here is the truth. Their schemes are futile against the divine justice that watches over you. No matter how deeply they attempt to bury the truth, it will rise. Their deception will unravel, and their true intentions will be laid bare for all to see. As they continue to play the victim, twisting the narrative to gain sympathy, remember that their manipulation cannot withstand the power of truth. Their lies, driven by jealousy and insecurity, are destined to backfire. Do not let their actions shake your confidence or dim your spirit. Instead, let these experiences strengthen your resolve. Every attempt to undermine you is a testament to your strength and the brilliance they cannot ignore. Rise above their insecurities and continue to shine. Your success and your truth are undeniable, no matter how others may try to obscure them. Being in the presence of certain individuals can feel like entering an unending contest. Every interaction becomes an elaborate stage for them to showcase their latest triumphs. Whether it is boasting about a luxurious home renovation, an invitation to an exclusive event, or the planning of extravagant trips, their words are carefully chosen to highlight their achievements. They revel in recounting stories of hefty work bonuses or lavish purchases, often slipping in details meant to impress or even intimidate. At first glance, this might appear harmless, even inspiring, but as the pattern repeats, it becomes a tiresome routine. What lies beneath these seemingly innocent conversations is a deeper intention: to outshine you. Despite your efforts to be genuinely supportive or kind, their focus remains locked on competition. It feels as though they are trying to match or even exceed your energy, constantly emphasizing their achievements in a bid to equalize or overshadow. This dynamic grows more exhausting when you realize that their attention rarely, if ever, extends to your successes. When you share a personal triumph, they dismiss it with disinterest, quickly change the subject, or pretend to be too preoccupied to care. Their lack of reciprocal support is not accidental. It is a deliberate act of self-preservation. By monopolizing conversations, they attempt to dim your light while basking in their own. This incessant need to boast is not mere arrogance. It is a subtle yet persistent form of competition born from insecurity. Their inability to openly acknowledge your value drives them to divert attention to themselves, spinning tales of their accomplishments as a means of deflecting from yours. These actions are not rooted in malice but in a deep-seated desire to feel important, validated, and worthy in comparison to you. Even more frustrating is the behavior of those who belittle your accomplishments outright. Instead of celebrating your milestones or recognizing the effort you invested, they undermine your achievements, attributing them to luck or diminishing their significance. Imagine sharing a hard-earned promotion or a personal victory, only to hear dismissive remarks like, "Anyone could have done that," or "It was just good timing." Their need to redirect the spotlight to themselves, often by comparing your success to their own, reflects their discomfort in seeing you thrive. A timeless example of this can be found in the biblical story of David and Goliath. David, a young shepherd boy, faced immense doubt from everyone around him, including King Saul and his brothers. They saw him as inexperienced, unfit to confront a warrior of Goliath's stature. Their underestimation was both a reflection of their limited perspective and a dismissal of David's faith and skill. Yet, David's triumph over Goliath with nothing more than a sling and a stone demonstrated that true strength and ability often go unrecognized by those blinded by doubt and arrogance. These dismissive attitudes and actions are rooted not in your shortcomings but in their insecurities. It is essential to remind yourself that your achievements, no matter how minimized by others, remain a testament to your hard work, talent, and determination. Their attempts to overshadow or diminish your light are futile against the undeniable truth of your worth. In some cases, their envy turns venomous. They go beyond subtle competition, engaging in outright betrayal, manipulation, and deceit to tarnish your reputation. Their actions are calculated, driven by jealousy and fear of your potential. They spread lies and rumors, hoping to isolate you and plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Their ultimate goal is to break your spirit, to see you falter under the weight of their schemes. But what they fail to realize is that their efforts are futile against the protection and strength bestowed upon you. No matter how elaborate their plots or how deeply they attempt to bury the truth, it always finds its way to the surface. Their lies, designed to harm you, are reflections of their character, not yours. Their jealousy blinds them to the divine favor that surrounds you, a force they cannot compete with or take away. In their twisted arrogance, they believe themselves untouchable, confident that their manipulations will go unnoticed. Yet, their pride becomes their downfall, as the truth begins to unravel their web of deceit. For you, the chosen one, their betrayal is not the end but a chapter in your story of resilience and victory. While they crumble under the weight of their own deceit, you rise stronger, more radiant, and more unstoppable than ever. Their attempts to dim your light only fuel its brilliance, proving that your strength and grace are unshakable. Their downfall is inevitable because their actions were never truly hidden. Every lie, every scheme, and every act of betrayal was seen. Divine justice has its timing, and while it may seem delayed, it is always precise. As their facades crumble and the truth emerges, they face the consequences of their actions, not just externally but within themselves. Sleepless nights, guilt, and the haunting realization of their own misdeeds become their constant companions. They are trapped in a prison of their own making, unable to escape the spiritual and emotional consequences of their choices. Meanwhile, you stand taller, your light shining brighter than ever. Their attempts to harm you only serve as stepping stones on your path to greatness. Your journey is not defined by their actions but by your resilience, faith, and unwavering commitment to your truth. Let their downfall serve as a reminder that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You are divinely protected, and nothing can extinguish the flame of purpose that burns within you. Being in the presence of certain individuals can sometimes feel like entering a constant competition. Every conversation becomes a stage for them to parade their achievements, as if each word is designed to outshine and overshadow. They eagerly discuss their newly renovated homes, exclusive dinners they were invited to, or luxurious vacations they are meticulously planning. They weave tales of their latest bonuses, high-end purchases, or professional accomplishments with the finesse of someone who wants to be admired or envied. While such conversations may initially appear harmless or even aspirational, their repetitive nature soon becomes exhausting, especially when you realize the true intent behind their words, to prove themselves superior. Despite your genuine efforts to be kind, supportive, or even indifferent, their actions reveal an underlying desire to compete. They seem determined to match your energy or, more often, surpass it, always emphasizing their achievements in a way that feels performative. It is as though their validation depends on how well they can position themselves on the same level or higher than you. This dynamic becomes even more draining when they show little to no interest in your own successes. When you attempt to share a moment of joy, a hard-earned accomplishment, or a milestone, they respond with disinterest, quickly changing the subject or dismissing your efforts altogether. Their focus is not on building a mutual exchange of ideas or celebrating collective victories. Instead, it is on monopolizing the conversation with their own tales of triumph. This relentless need to boast is not simply arrogance. It is a subtle yet deliberate form of competition, rooted in insecurity. These individuals avoid acknowledging your worth openly. Instead, they redirect attention to themselves, telling success stories that serve as veiled attempts to diminish your shine. Their actions betray a deeper desire to be seen as equally important, or even more so, than you. Beneath the surface lies a fragile ego that thrives on comparison, always measuring their value against yours. Even more frustrating is the behavior of those who go beyond boasting to outright belittle your accomplishments. Instead of celebrating your achievements or recognizing your hard work, they undermine your efforts, attributing your success to luck or suggesting that anyone could have done the same. Imagine sharing the completion of a challenging project or a significant career milestone, only to be met with comments like, "That is not such a big deal," or, "You were just in the right place at the right time." Their dismissal of your achievements speaks volumes, not about your abilities, but about their own insecurities. By downplaying your success, they attempt to elevate themselves, avoiding the discomfort of acknowledging that you have surpassed them in some way. This behavior is not new. It is as old as time itself. Consider the biblical story of David and Goliath. David, a young shepherd, was dismissed by everyone, including King Saul and his brothers, as being too inexperienced and insignificant to defeat the mighty Goliath. They underestimated his faith, skill, and determination, seeing only his youth and perceived lack of qualifications. Yet, with unwavering confidence and a simple stone, David triumphed, proving that true strength often lies hidden beneath the surface. His story reminds us that being underestimated is often a reflection of others' limited perspectives rather than a true measure of our worth. When faced with such attitudes, it is crucial not to let them erode your confidence. Your accomplishments are a testament to your dedication, talent, and resilience, and no amount of dismissiveness can diminish their value. Remember, these behaviors stem from the insecurities of others, not from any shortcoming on your part. Instead of allowing their words to dim your light, Use them as fuel to shine even brighter. At times, their envy manifests in more insidious ways. Beyond subtle competition and dismissive comments, some resort to betrayal and manipulation. They fabricate lies, spread rumors, and orchestrate schemes designed to tarnish your reputation. Their actions are calculated, driven by jealousy and a fear of your potential. They aim to isolate you, make you doubt yourself, and undermine the foundation of your confidence. What they fail to recognize, however, is that their efforts to bring you down are ultimately self-defeating. Every lie they tell, every seed of destruction they plant, grows into the roots of their own downfall. The divine justice that governs our lives ensures that their actions do not go unanswered. While they may believe their manipulations are unnoticed, nothing escapes the watchful eyes of a higher power. Their lies and betrayals are not just an attack on you, they are a challenge to the very order of justice. As they revel in their perceived victories, they unknowingly set the stage for their own reckoning. You, as a chosen one, are divinely protected. Though their actions may cause temporary pain, they cannot destroy you. Each attempt to harm you only strengthens the divine shield around you, fortifying your spirit and deepening your faith. Their schemes, no matter how carefully crafted, are destined to fail because your light is not of this world. It is a gift, untouchable and eternal. Their downfall is inevitable. What they thought would be their triumph becomes their undoing. Relationships falter, ambitions stall, and the stability they once relied upon crumbles beneath them. Their spiritual and personal lives stagnate as a direct consequence of their actions. They are left to grapple with the weight of their choices, caught in a cycle of regret and despair. Meanwhile, you rise. Free from their negativity, you ascend to greater heights, your heart unburdened and your spirit renewed. Their story is a cautionary tale of the destructive power of envy and the unyielding force of divine justice. And your story? It is one of resilience, faith, and the unstoppable strength of a chosen one rising above the chaos. Let their actions serve as a reminder that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Your path is illuminated by the light of truth, and nothing can dim the brilliance of your destiny. When betrayal strikes, the weight of it can feel overwhelming, as though it might crush your spirit. But chosen ones, take heart. This burden is no longer yours to carry. The pain, the anger, the sorrow, God has lifted it from your shoulders. You are now free to embrace your purpose, focus on your growth, and step boldly into your future. God's peace is not merely the absence of conflict. It is the profound presence of His divine favor, a favor that shields, strengthens, and elevates you beyond human comprehension. You are rising, chosen one, and your ascent is no accident. You remain steadfast in your faith. You did not let the darkness of others' actions corrupt your heart. For this, God is rewarding you, lifting you to heights they cannot reach. Your peace is not just a fleeting moment of serenity. It is a declaration of victory, a victory that was written long before their attempts to harm you ever began. The very battles they waged against you have only amplified your brilliance. While they remain entangled in the consequences of their deeds, you thrive, shining brighter and stronger with each passing moment. They thought they could break you, but all they managed to do was build you. Every attack, every betrayal, and every moment of adversity has been transformed into the foundation of your strength. You are more aligned spiritually, more focused, and more powerful than ever before. The struggles that were meant to destroy you became the catalysts for your elevation. The radiance of your spirit now shines so brightly that it is impossible to ignore. Your glow, your strength, your undeniable resilience, they are all testaments to a profound truth. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Your growth is a direct result of the challenges you have faced. The pain they inflicted was the very tool God used to refine and strengthen you. What they meant to dim your light has only increased your shine. And now, as they watch from the sidelines, they are witnessing the manifestation of their worst fears, the fullness of your greatness. You are living proof that their efforts to destroy you have only highlighted your indomitable spirit. By refusing to let their negativity define you, you have risen above it, walking boldly in the light of your divine purpose. This elevation is not merely physical. It is spiritual. You are walking in a higher realm, guided by the intricate and unfailing plan God has for your life. Let go of the negativity they tried to impose on you. Their evil deeds, once a heavy weight, are no longer yours to bear. God has already handled every injustice, freeing you to soar higher. Release the pain, the anger, and the bitterness, and watch as you ascend to new heights. Your future is far too bright to be dimmed by the shadows of their actions. Move forward, unburdened and victorious. Forgiveness is a powerful act, not because it excuses what they have done, but because it releases the hold their actions have on you. To forgive is to declare that their choices no longer have the power to weigh you down. By letting go of the past, you free yourself to focus on the extraordinary future ahead. Your calling, your growth, your divine purpose, they are far too significant to be hindered by bitterness or resentment. The more you release the past, the higher you rise, for God has already taken care of your enemies. The battles they waged against you have been silenced, and the doors to your future are wide open. You remained faithful even in the face of their wickedness, and now God is honoring that faithfulness. Your righteousness in adversity has not gone unnoticed. God is blessing you abundantly, restoring everything they tried to take from you tenfold. Opportunities you once thought lost are returning, greater and more fulfilling than you ever imagined. Your spiritual growth, your peace, and your joy are overflowing because you stayed true to the path God set before you. Their actions, meant for your downfall, have been transformed into stepping stones to your elevation. Every challenge you faced was met with divine blessings. Every trial you endured unlocked doors that no one can shut. You are now living in the manifestation of God's promises, and the rewards of your perseverance are evident in every area of your life. Peace, opportunity, abundance, they are all yours because you never wavered in your faith. And the best part? The journey is not over. The best is still yet to come. Chosen ones, never doubt the justice of God. While they may have tried to rewrite the narrative, casting themselves as the victims, God saw everything. He knows the truth, and He will ensure that you rise while they face the inevitable consequences of their actions. Their downfall is not your concern. It is already written. Trust in God's timing and know that as you continue to rise, they will continue to fall. Keep your heart pure. Stay focused on the path before you. As you walk in faith, watch how God moves in your favor, transforming every challenge into a triumph. You are chosen, protected, and victorious. This is your season to thrive.